guys, welcome back to Bells and Whistle Sport. So Youssef, obviously you're a big Fulham fan. Hasn't been a great season for you guys. It didn't work out as planned. What do you see the club going forward now? Obviously trying to come back for the Prem, but what needs to change?
To be honest, I think the owners had the wrong mindset going into the Premier League season. It's been a fuck up from the start. From when the transfer window, they bought a lot of crap to be honest, apart from Mitrovic and some other players. They bought like a lot of crap that just isn't good enough for the league. Spent way too much with them as well. For example, I think Seri, I don't know if you guys know Seri. Yeah. I think they paid something like 22 million for him or something like that. He's not Premier League quality. He might as well be in the Championship.
The whole Europe wanted him at one point.
Do you know what I mean? He's not good enough.
We talked about Ryan Babel as well the other day.
Yeah. I mean, they brought him in January. I think even though he's a good player and he's doing well at the moment, he was the wrong player to buy in January. We needed defenders.
You lot focused too much on getting Gary Cahill. That's what Ranieri did, and he didn't get him.
They didn't even get him.
You could have taken someone like Ampadu. You could have taken. But the thing that what I was confused about, even though he did quite well, you took a defender, Chambers, from Arsenal. We played him centre mid. I don't understand what the logic of that was.
When Ranieri was there, I remember I was at West Ham away. When I saw the team, the guy next to me showed me the team sheet. And it was just a mess. He's playing Tom Kenny on the right. He's playing Mitrovic up front, and he's playing everyone all sorts of places. And the whole thing was just a fuck up. What's the point? I mean, we're down now, so at least the pressure's off the players and off the management, Scott Parker and that. I think now they're finally starting to sort it out. I mean, I think the players still ain't good enough. But hopefully we can keep on to our top players like Mitrovic, Ryan Sessegnon. Kenny's just signed a new contract, so hopefully we can keep more of the good players and hopefully bounce back up. I know it's the hardest league to come back, to come out of the Championship, isn't it? But hopefully we can, because this year's just been a joke, really, isn't it?
There was rumours today that Tottenham won Ryan Sessegnon. They will offer 40 million for him. There was rumours as well that Juve won him as well.
I saw. Can't blame him, can you? Innit?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
How old is he? Was 18?
Yeah,
18, 19.
Yeah, I think it will be a good investment for you guys to get back up anyway if you do so. That should hopefully guarantee you the type of players that you want.
We've got to get rid of the whole defence. The whole defence is just not good enough.
And I hear Gary Cahill, who is coming out of Chelsea this season.
It was his last game yesterday. It was good. It was good for Sarri to give him that 2 minutes. I think he should have given him more. The moment the third goal went in, I think that's when Cahill should have just come on, done his last game. Because the way Chelsea were crossing in the corners, I reckon Cahill could have maybe got a goal. Could have got a goal. I was hoping for that. But do you know what? Much as people want to slate Gary Cahill, I've been telling you for a while, I would have risked him months ago and played him. I would have played him months ago because defensively, for me, he's better than Christensen at the moment and David Luiz. Physically stronger than both of them. I would risk him against Frankfurt if I'm honest. That's it, because
also I'll give you give us 10 million and we'll give you Jones.
Huh?
Jones.
Hey, you can keep it, man.
You have to pay them. But guys, obviously the title race is hotting up. Obviously Newcastle, they blew it 3-2. Liverpool managed to get that 88th minute goal from Origi. Me and Jermaine actually had this discussion before the show. For me, it wasn't a foul; it was a dive for that free kick. What do you guys take on that?
I think the referees or linesmen as well, they need to be better at what they do. Sometimes, especially when it comes down to these fine prints, small prints, it affects a lot of clubs. You know what I mean? And it affects so much things around how you play the game, your confidence to win the game as well. For me, the refs just need to be better at what they do. If they're bringing VR and they've got new equipment now, they should have some sort of signal to say if you've done something that bad, just give them a blow in the ear and say, yeah, mate, review it or something, because it doesn't make sense. Like if it's something great then good, but when it's that bad, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
the players know they can get away with it. They know they can dive and get a penalty or get a free kick.
Well, how many times has Mohamed Salah dived this season? Plenty of times. And he's actually lost my respect a bit, because I thought he was an honest player like that, but then he's becoming the new Robin.
Wouldn't you say though that that being said, when you say diving has become a part of football,
Yeah, I think it is. You have to say that. Drogba. You have to say that.
Drogba. What about Cristiano Ronaldo?
Mate.
What about Ronaldo?
Mate. That's when he was young, mate. That's when he didn't know better. And then Sir Alex trained him up to say, if you drop, I remember there was an interview and he did that in training and Sir Alex bollocked him in front of everyone. He started balling and everything. And he said, if you do that again, you don't come back. And so he trained him up, and there was a special trainer, I forgot his name, that just trained him up to just be strong, and that's when he started getting build and like he used to take on challenges and stuff. And but I think you're right. I think you're right. People, like even when the French is pulling shirts and stuff.
It's happened. I'm an Arsenal fan, obviously, but it's happened when we have Robert Perez. Robert Perez sometimes take a little time.
So it's just like any little bit of contact, they fall. And I say that because I saw a little video on the internet a couple of months back. I think it was Inter Milan in training how to dive. So it's become part of the game now, isn't it?
Is that so?
That was probably when Mourinho was there, right?
Oh, it's
I wouldn't be surprised.
It might have been Inter Milan. It was an Italian team.
Let's just say it was an Italian team. Let's say AC. If it was when Mourinho was there, I wouldn't be surprised because I heard many times that he told Drogba and Robin to dive. So
it's got part of the game, I reckon.
It's a Portuguese thing anyway. They invented the diving, so. You know, the national team. If you look at
you said that.
No, but they know that is true though, because they had that stereotype of that the Portuguese national team used to always dive as well. It all started like even when Figo days and even before that. But mate, even your old player used to dive. But Morte, there were times he used to dive as well. So
I mean, if we were still in the relegation battle and on the last day we needed to go in the last minute and Tom Kenny dived, I'm not going to say nothing, innit? And they're going to spend it who scored.
Who would?
Johnny? It's part of the game.
Ely won the World Cup because Grosso dived against Australia. Like until that day, I ain't gonna complain.
United on that playing time really took a dive in Penny to stop our unbeaten run.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, you can't say it's a Portuguese player. Obviously, English players do it as well. A lot of English players do it as well. So
True.
But obviously, guys, Champions League this week. Obviously, Tottenham start with them 1-0. Not a bad result. It could have been more for Ajax. Youssef, do you think they got a chance to go through? What do you think is going to happen?
I think they do. Reason being is this season and last season in Champions League, even though they didn't have a big away win, the first leg doesn't really have any effect on the second leg anymore. You look at when Barcelona beat PSG. Was it PSG? PSG beat them 4-1 at home, and then Barcelona went away and beat them. And I think last season it was Roma, Barcelona. Roma came back and beat Barcelona in Italy, and Roma nearly beat Liverpool last season before they went and played Real Madrid. So it comes like having a comfortable first leg doesn't mean anything anymore. Like you've got to have 2 good legs now to get through. So
Tottenham beat City recently as well, and they won the FA Cup. So
What's your prediction for that game? Score?
To be honest, they could do it, but I reckon maybe a 1-1 and Ajax go through. Or maybe a 1-1, yeah.
Jermaine?
I'm gonna go for 2-1 Ajax. 2-1 Ajax.
2-1 Ajax?
2-0 Ajax.
2-0 Ajax. I'm going 1-0 Spurs actually. I think it's going to go to extra time.
But someone has to win, so.
Ajax. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Obviously, the other one, I was actually quite shocked, to be honest, because that game, in my opinion, looking back, should have finished 4-3. Barcelona should have finished 3-3. Finished 3-0. What an incredible free kick by Messi, man. Wow. And to beat Alisson, who at the moment is the best goalkeeper in the Prem at the moment. Yeah, I think he's over. Yeah. In my opinion.
I disagree with that one.
In my opinion, I
disagree with that one.
World-class free kick.
Yeah. So, do you think Liverpool can do that 2005 comeback and do a 3-0?
No chance.
No chance?
I think
even if they were fit, to be honest.
I'll sell it up.
Yeah, Salah and Firmino both are. Even if they both were fit, I can't see Barcelona not going to Anfield and not scoring. With the players they've got at disposal, they're going to go there and they're going to score. And
I think Coutinho scoring as well.
Maybe so. Coutinho might score.
You want to say Robert Liverpool fans?
What about 3-0 Henderson hat-trick? But on that,
don't write them off, because see the Champions League.
Liverpool might win on the line. Liverpool might win on the line.
Because
Liverpool
step up for Champions League all the
No,
time.
but you know what? I feel like it's Messi season this season. Like he scored his 600th goal or something like this, and he's won so many different awards this season as well. I think like now it's his first season where Ronaldo's not been in the league. I think it's this time to shine, and this is his season to win the Champions League and also winning the Ballon d'Or and taking that back.
He, in my opinion, is a bit corrupted, the Ballon d'Or thing. I think even if, let's say, Ajax go win the Champions League, I can't see someone like Tadic or Frankie De Jong winning the Ballon d'Or. I think it's destined that Messi's going to win it regardless. Which I think is a bit corrupted because it used to always be who wins the Champions League, who was the best player wins it. So it's a bit of corruption there as well.
Well, I think it's based on the whole performance throughout this whole season, not just in your league, but for your country and overall competitions. If you go by that, Messi trumps everyone, even Ronaldo for me.
I reckon Messi had a better season this year.
And I think he strived from Ronaldo not playing in this.
Well, he came out and said that he wanted to win Champions League. He said, I want to win Champions League. That's the trophy I want to win. I think they've not won it for, 2-3 seasons, haven't they? So obviously he said, I want to win it now. And so I believe they got to win it.
I think they've got too much confidence to be losing it. Unless they're talking to them here.
And the thing is, on the weekend they rested pretty much the whole team, so they're going to be fresh. So I can't see Liverpool doing the miracle here. I think Barcelona will be going through definitely.
And I think Liverpool are more focused on the Premier League as well, to be honest. So I think they'd rather win that than try and win the Champions League, which even if they do win and go past Barcelona, it's still got other games to play. Whereas it just makes more sense to try and win the Prem and just try and do this.
They'll try it, they won't throw it away. You want to steal them out, innit?
It's going to be, the thing about it, with Liverpool, playing at Anfield is always incredible nights, incredible atmosphere when they play in the Champions League at home. So I think it'll be one of them nights at Anfield is going to be electric atmosphere, but for me, this is one step too far, man. I can't see them go through that.
It's Barcelona,
they will not, they will not F this up. So,
So we've got the Europa League, we've got obviously Chelsea and Arsenal still in the race for that cup. Arsenal obviously taking 3-1 first leg win against Valencia. It could have been different because Valencia did miss a lot of chances as well. Arsenal as well missed a lot of chances. I think it will be a tight game in Spain. Jermaine, I'm going to start off with you. Obviously, the Arsenal fan, what do you think is going to happen?
A bit worried about this one. Obviously, we're still defensively poor. So I'm a bit worried about this one. And obviously, playing away from the style, our record is not that great out there. I'm going back to days when they had John Peru. He beat us quite a lot there. But I think we'll go through. Confident that our third goal was the cushion we needed in terms of taking over there to Spain and taking advantage of the tie. I think we've got enough firepower to get a goal at least out there. I think we're going to need to score there because I can see them scoring. So we're going to definitely need to score a goal out there. And if we can score first, I think we'll go through. But where's to be seen?
Youssef, what do you think is going to happen in that game?
Likewise, I think both teams will score. Because of Arsenal's away record, I think Valencia will score. But I think Arsenal will score as well. Because Arsenal's attack in the Europa League has been top notch. I mean, even away at Napoli. So I reckon both teams will score, but Arsenal will go through.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm glad you brought up Arsenal's away record in the Europa. It hasn't been that great, and I actually think Arsenal will lose 2-1, but they will go through for that away goal.
I was going to say the same, to be honest. Like, I see them conceding, but I also see them scoring. And but I do feel like they're going to lose the game. Like their confidence is a bit low from the match that they just drew in the Prem. Well, I think they'll go through, and then for me it'll be a Chelsea Arsenal match. And Chelsea for me has just got too much strength at the moment to lose. Like with the defense of Arsenal.
Our defense ain't that great either.
Yeah, but it's
Arsenal this season has been great against us.
But they can, especially in Europa, they've always, like the first game of the tie, they've always conceded, right? Or something like that. So you've got Hazard on form. put Hazard on form.
I've already predicted if it's Chelsea Arsenal final, Arsenal's going to win 3-0. 3-0. I've got no confidence.
I doubt it'll be 3-0. Like we said, both teams are not into the final yet. I said that last week. Not both teams are in the final yet. But if it does happen, it won't be 3-0. I can't see it. That's your opinion, but I can't see it be 3-0 because Chelsea got attacking options that were going to score goals against us. If they play a striker up front, which they didn't last time we played in the league, he will score against us. Doesn't matter.
We got the Sarri curse. I said it on our previous show. That man will reach retirement and he's never won a cup in his career. He's got a curse on him.
I think if you played either Giroud from the start or Higuain up front,
no, it'll be Giroud. He's our
Giroud will cause our defense problems. Like he'll cause our defense problems.
Yeah.
And I think that will allow Hazard a bit of room and space to play from the wings and cause us a few problems. It's probably going to have to play Mustafi in the back, and with Mustafi, anything's possible in football. So I think we'll concede if it does happen. But let's get there first. And again, we need to beat.
We'll discuss this in next week's show because we'll know who's in the final. Obviously, the last game, Chelsea versus Frankfurt. I'm not confident about this game. Obviously, losing Kante now for this game. Our defensive problems already. I think 1-1. It will go to extra time. I wouldn't even be surprised if Frankfurt went 2-1 in extra time. Jovic, I said it from the last podcast, that guy is a problem. That guy is an absolute. There's a reason why Real Madrid won him. There's a reason why he's valued at 60 million. He actually reminds me, I think he's the younger, better version of him, but he reminds me a lot of Mitrovic.
Okay.
I think great in the air, strong, holding up the play, great touch, absolute great touch. I think Mitrovic got a great touch as well. They're both, Mitrovic is Serbian, right?
Yeah.
Jovic is Serbian, so obviously both for the national team. Yeah. It's going to cause, listen, I don't know what happened to Christensen since he came back from injury. He still looks the same, but he's just weaker. I don't know what happened. I thought he was a great defender when we won the title with Mourinho. Again, 1-1. I think they'll go 1-0 up. Chelsea last 10 minutes, make it 1-1, and we'll go to extra time. What do you think, Youssef?
I think Chelsea will get through, though.
Yeah?
I think Chelsea will get through. Just because, they've been in that situation before. So I think Chelsea got enough to get through and get to the final. But, Fulham's been there, done that.
Jay, what do you think?
I'm going to go for 2-1 Chelsea win. 2-1
Chelsea.
2-1.
2-1. We'll find out next week. That's what we have for today, guys. Tune in to Bells and Whistle Sport, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Peace out.